What's up, you weirdos? What's going on, guys? All right, I got lots of reasons you need to be bullish, guys. We're going to look into a lot of it. We're going to look into quantitative easing, when that's going to start. We're going to look at the whole China tariff situation. We're going to look at some charts. We're going to get some updates on JASMY and XCN, and we're going to look at Swift. It's going to be a good time. Let's get into it, guys. Let's dive in. JASMY, look at the market turning around today, just like I said yesterday. Yesterday was red. Today will probably be green. Tomorrow we might be red, so on and so forth. But I still did some DCAing this morning. All right, so JASMY up 3.7% on the day, down 29.8 on the week, down 31.1 on the month, but up 327 on the year. We're up one spot and ranked to 75, $1.09 billion market cap, 95 million in volume. Going over to XCN, down 2.6% on the day, 11.4 on the week, up 997 on the month, and 2008 on the year. Down one spot and ranked to 80. We get a $912 million market cap, 185 million in volume. And Swift coin up 22.5% on the day, down 15.3 on the week, up 396 on the month, and up 1,368 on the year. To everyone who asked me yesterday if they should have been buying Swift, and I said, yeah, it's a good entry point. Congratulations, you're now up 22.5% so far on your investment, right? That's the difference between complaining and whining and panic selling and buying the dip and taking advantage of the deals while you have them. There will always be people, though, who never learn, who never learn, right? But we need those people, guys. We need them. For every winner, there has to be a loser in crypto, and we need those people. We try to prevent those people from being a part of this community by educating and helping people see. But some people, you can lead a horse to water, but they're just going to be negative no matter what happens, right? So, all right, going over to JASMY's charts. We're starting to see some life across the board, guys. So JASMY wicked all the way up, almost back up to the 200-day SMA at about 2 cents 5, then wicked back down, people taking profits, yada, yada, yada. We had bullish jobs reports numbers. That's why came in very, very bullish. That's good, guys. We needed that. Now we're waiting for two things. We're waiting for one thing to happen for the market to kind of really kick into a green continuation, but then to actually kick off the parabolic part of the bull run. I'm going to tell you what it is that we need. We're going to get into it. But first, let's finish these charts off. Looking over at XCN, guys, this bull flag is getting ready to play out perfectly. Look at this. Perfect structure in this bull flag. The breakout for me is right up here around 5 cents 15 is where our target area is going to be for this next level of consolidation for the breakout on the bull flag. So it looks good, guys. Might be another 3 or 4 days inside of here, but it's getting kind of tight. It's getting kind of tight. That's what she said. Swift coin. Well, I said yesterday that this looked like it was starting to play out kind of like a double bottom, right? And so far, it kind of looks like it's starting to happen here. Will we see continuation to the upside? Or, I mean, listen, we could do this. It would still be a double bottom. If we closed where we are or even around this area and ping-ponged here for another 2 days before going up, that would still make it a valid double bottom, right? It doesn't have to, in fact, it would be more normal for it to ping pong for 2 more days before going up than to just immediately reverse and V-shape up. But either way, guys, it's getting bought up pretty good. So you like to see that, right? Bullish across the board. Looking at Bitcoin, guys. So Bitcoin wicked all the way back up almost exactly to the 30-day SMA, rejected off at 100,002. $100,285. So, but we're attempting, right? We're at 97.4 right now. So that's good. Let's see where we can close these daily candles. That's what we want to pay attention to, guys. So, and then this tweeted out from Onyx Coin. It said, who's already tried the new XCN Ledger Bridge on base? Check it out, guys. Already active. Right? Already active. Look at the positive response from the community. We're going to go much higher. Not yet, but it looks great. Fantastic news. Binance next. Let's go, man. Things are looking good. Things are looking fantastic. You love to see that. Quick look over at Chains Partners, guys. For those doubters out there, check it out. Visa, NASDAQ, Citi, Capital One, State Street, Tiffany Co. Guys, Miami Heat, the Patriots. Let's freaking go. Massive lineup of partnerships. You love to see that. We got a little video here courtesy of friend of the channel, Neo Extrix. Make sure you give Neo a follow over on X. Check this out, guys, for JASMY.
JASMY, Junction, and companies like Sony and NTT are at the forefront of developing next-generation technologies for a more connected and intelligent world, featuring advanced infrastructures and revolutionary immersive experiences. Some technologies combine networks and computing capabilities to free users from time and location constraints by merging the real world and virtual spaces. This is made possible through advanced technologies such as real-time spatial information transmission and visualization. Through specific use cases, sectors like finance, media production, and AI integrate GPUs and generative AI models within a hybrid cloud infrastructure supported by photonic networks. In the financial sector, research and development aim to connect distributed data centers to ensure full resilience against failures or disasters, with ambitious goals for service continuity. In the media sector, the focus is on remote and real-time production by combining cloud and on-premises solutions to reduce costs while optimizing the use of production equipment. This approach is part of a long-term vision to fully cloudify workflows, enabling remote collaboration and immersive content creation. AI technologies and LLMs are central to this vision. GPUs are utilized for intensive computing tasks in scenarios such as AI-integrated communication, which amplifies human emotions and behaviors. These technologies will be critical for volumetric and personalized rendering systems, such as free viewpoint videos, where the main challenge lies in reducing latencies and enabling scalable allocation of computing resources. JASMY
Means a long-term goal, guys. It's a long-term play. Some people don't get that. Some people want to get rich in a week. Maybe JASMY's not for you, right? All right, so we went to Grok, guys, for some answers here. Now, what's going on? So I asked Grok, when is Trump scheduled to talk with China to resolve the tariff situation? And the response is as follows. Trump is scheduled to speak with China about the tariff situation. According to posts found on X, this conversation was expected to happen within 24 hours from February 3rd, which was 3 days ago. 3 days ago is when it should have taken place on February 4th. However, there were conflicting reports, with one source indicating that the call would not occur on Tuesday as initially planned. Therefore, while the exact timing seems uncertain, it was anticipated that the discussion would take place earlier in the week. So postponed essentially, probably till next week, maybe even for the weekend, guys, but maybe till Monday. Like this Monday, we had the Canada and Mexico, so we'll see what happens. So he is scheduled still to speak with China. So this is one thing we're waiting for to take place, right? We're waiting for this to happen so that we can get the tariff situation out of the way. They can announce that those tariffs are on pause or whatever the case might be, and we can move forward economically, right? And then we went, and this guys, we went to Grok again. Okay, we double dipped on Grok. This is when everyone keeps asking me, well, when is altcoin season? This is when altcoin season will start, guys. Okay, this is the key factor you need to know. Quantitative easing. As soon as quantitative easing starts, that is when we will see this really start to take off. Okay, bottom line. So when does money printing start? When do rate cuts continue? Not so much both at the same time. We don't necessarily need rate cuts, but we do need money printing to start to take place here. Okay. So I asked, when will QE start in the United States? And Grok answered as following. Quantitative easing in the U.S. has been a topic of interest, especially following economic downturns or when inflation and interest rates are at critical levels. Here are the analysts based on here is an analysis based on the latest available information. The current status. So the U.S. Federal Reserve, has been in a phase of quantitative tightening, where it has been reducing its balance sheets by allowing securities to mature without reinvesting the proceeds. This approach has been part of the effort to combat inflation, which surged due to the various factors, including the economic response to C-19. Recent developments, posts found on X in early February, suggests anticipation or speculation about the return of quantitative easing. For instance, there are mentions of significant treasury auctions like the one scheduled for February 3rd, which happened 4 days ago, for $250 billion, which some interpret as a sign of a forthcoming quantitative easing phase. However, these are speculative and based on social media sentiment rather than official announcements. The Federal Reserve stance. Information from web sources indicate that the Fed has been considering slowing down the pace of balance sheet reduction, quantitative tightening, which could prelude a shift towards quantitative easing if economic conditions warrant such policy shifts. Discussions around the topic have been noted around late 2024, with no definite start date given for quantitative easing, but rather a cautious approach towards the end of quantitative tightening. And I would add to that, guys, that Canada had just announced last week that they had officially ended quantitative tightening themselves. So political triggers for quantitative easing. So here's the things that could trigger it. Economic indicators. If economic data shows significant slowdowns, or if there's a need for to counteract deflationary pressures, quantitative easing might be reconsidered. Jobs numbers came in good this morning, by the way, so there's one factor. Liquidity concerns. If bank reserves drop below a comfortable level, causing market volatility, this could prompt the Fed to pivot back to QE. And debt management. While raising U.S. debt, if the market's trust in Treasury securities wanes, QE could be used to stabilize the market. Timing speculation. Based on X posts and broader economic analysis, some speculate QE might start as early as March 2025 following the next FOMC meeting if the economic condition deteriorates or if there's a pivot in policy due to liquidity issues. Others suggest a more conservative estimate pointing towards Q3 or Q4 of 2025, depending on how the economy and inflation respond to the current QT measures. However, there are these are all speculative, on current data and public sentiment. The Federal Reserve does not pre-announce QE, but rather responds to the economic conditions in real time. Therefore, while there's anticipation and speculation, no official date for the commencement of QE has been confirmed. Keep monitoring economic releases, Fed statements, and market analysis for updates on these topics. And that is why it is important that when things are red and things are boring, is the worst possible time for you to be walking away from crypto and not paying attention. Those are the same people who come back and go, oh, I missed out on all these projects. Well, how did I miss out on this? Because you weren't paying attention, right? It was boring. It wasn't sexy. So you went away and you came back and you missed out on life-changing wealth while the rest of us made money because we paid attention, right? So that's what we're waiting for, guys. We're waiting for quantitative easing to return for us to continue to the upside in terms of altcoin season and Bitcoin really having a significant breakout. And just to put one more exclamation point on the end of what I was saying here, courtesy of Magic Power, community member and channel contributor, Magic Power says the chart shows that alt season has always surged explosively after consolidations, as seen in 2017 and 2021, and likely expected to skyrocket in the coming days, with the next alt season starting this February. And I have the hiccups. But as you can see, alt's dead, no alt season down here. That's the sentiment. That's what everyone's saying. Tell me that's not what you're hearing everywhere you look right now. Oh, there's no alt season. Alts are dead, blah, 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 blah. February 2017, boom. First altcoin season, correction through the summer, boom, blow off top, right? Bear market, here we are again. Alt's dead, no altcoin season. That's the sentiment right here. January 2021, boom, alt season 1. You have your summer doldrums, boom, alt season blow off top. Then we have the bear market. Here we are once again, right here, guys. Alt's dead, no alt season. That's what everyone's saying right here. This is where we are right now. Here we are in February, getting ready to go. Boom. First, we need our spring blow off top, and then boom, a blow off top in the fall, and we're good to go, right? So the point is that courtesy, again, credit goes to Magic Power for pointing this out. The sentiment in the market is exactly the way it is every single time in the market, every time. And every single time lately, every day I do a live stream and somebody's like, well, this time's different and you're wrong. How are you so confident? How am I so confident? How am I so confident? Look at what's right in front of you on your screen right now. This happens every single time, right? The sentiment is exactly the same. People ask me the same question back here. They ask me the same question back here, and they're asking it again here. How do you know there's not going to be an altcoin season? This time's different because of this, that, and the other thing, right? Where they're saying, well, there's not going to be an altcoin season because of the Bitcoin ETFs and because countries buying Bitcoin and stuff. So there's not going to be anything for alts and stuff like that, right? Okay. What do you think it was back here? I'll tell you what it was. There's not going to be an altcoin season because the SEC suing everyone. They're going after everything, all the exchanges, all that bad stuff is happening. Like, the SEC is going after, there's not going to be an altcoin season. Boom. Massive altcoin season, right? Happens every time, guys. There's always some excuse as to why it's not going to happen, and then it happens. And all the people who said it wasn't going to happen are suddenly making content saying, I told you it was going to happen. I told you it was going to happen. No, you didn't, right? So that's how I am so confident, guys, because history does not repeat, but it does tend to rhyme, right? So that is your proof. That is why my thoughts are the way that they are designed, guys. I want to know what you guys think down below. All we need to see is maybe some quantitative easing beginning, either rate cuts and or money printing. We're waiting for one of those two things to start happening, for things to really kick off into gear. We're waiting for Trump to sit down with China, either on the phone or otherwise, and get this tariff situation sorted out. And then we are good to go. Guys, we are dropping crazy gems over on the Patreon these days, man, that are pumping. We dropped Onyx Coin. We dropped Swift. We dropped so many gems over there, guys, that have been popping off like crazy. We are currently in. We bought in last month. We were buying in on about 5 projects. Most have already started to pop up, but they haven't quite popped to the 2,000% run yet, just a couple of hundred. So we're holding off on telling you what they are until they pop off the around 2,000-3,000 like Onyx Coin, but it's coming. Now we're into 3 other projects that we're accumulating. They're going to do the same thing, guys. We have printed 7-figure portfolios over the last 2 weeks, over 25, okay? And we've printed numerous high 6-figure portfolios as well for our Patreon members. We have over 1,600 members over there, guys, with a fantastic team of community leaders who are there to help. Everybody's always helping each other. Everyone's always giving out valuable information, dropping gems of their own as well. It's not just me dropping gems, guys. There's a lot of community members over there that are finding these gems and they're dropping them in the chat over on the Patreon as well. And they're getting in on these projects early, right? So you don't want to miss out on this stuff. We do live group video calls every single evening over there, guys, where you can get in. No one else is offering this kind of product, guys. No one else is offering what we're doing. Going live over there every single evening, answering all your questions, so much education. I've dropped a series of videos I'm dropping over there right now, tutorials on websites that you're going to need to use as tools if you want to continue in this space. You need to know how to operate a lot of these websites, and I'm going to show you how you can find them. I'm going to show you how to use them and everything. So we have those videos that are dropping over there as well. And on top of all of that, guys, you can also book one-on-one coaching AMAs with me personally, okay? So check that out, guys. The link is down below. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one.